This is a very intense and passionate piece. It tackles some serious health concerns, particularly focusing on prostate health and the dangers of consuming ultra-processed foods, saturated fats, nitrates, and preservatives. You're aiming to raise awareness about these subtle but impactful choices, encouraging people to be more mindful about their health before it's too late. If you're looking to make this text more compelling or want help polishing it further, I'd be happy to offer suggestions for tightening up the message, making it flow even more powerfully. Are you thinking about using this for a particular format, like a health campaign, article, or video script? If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. The burning question remains, lingering like an ominous cloud over your health. Are you unknowingly sabotaging your own well-being? Could that seemingly innocent cup of coffee you eagerly sip every morning, without a second thought, be silently wreaking havoc on your prostate and silently raising your risk of life-threatening diseases like cancer? Stay with me until the very end, because I'm about to expose shocking truths about the foods you consume every day, and most crucially, what powerful steps you can begin taking today to protect yourself and safeguard your future health. Before you even consider taking that first bite tomorrow morning, let me hit you with a harsh reality. You might be unknowingly indulging in one of the most dangerous enemies of prostate health, one that could be right under your nose, or worse, right on your plate. It's something so deeply woven into our daily routines, so omnipresent on Brazilian tables, that few even suspect the devastating damage it may be causing behind the scenes. I'm talking about ultra-processed foods, teeming with harmful saturated fats and toxic chemical additives. These insidious substances hide in the foods we trust most, processed meats and certain industrialized dairy products. Think about it, that humble bread with ham and cheese, those tempting sausages, the crispy bacon, or the rich salami. Do they really seem like they pose any threat to your health? Think again. These seemingly harmless treats are packed with inflammatory compounds that overwhelm your body's delicate systems and directly attack your prostate. Research reveals the frightening truth. The regular consumption of processed meats isn't just a casual indulgence. It amplifies inflammation, triggers abnormal growth in your prostate, and escalates your vulnerability to the most dangerous diseases, including the silent killer, cancer. It's time to wake up. What seems like a small, unimportant choice today could be building a foundation for severe health crises in the future. Your body is constantly under siege by what you consume. It's not too late to make a change, but you must act now, before these silent, invisible threats take hold. In addition to the well-known dangers of saturated fats, ultra-processed foods are also packed with another hidden danger: nitrates, nitrites, and artificial preservatives. These substances, often used to preserve flavor and extend shelf life, are not just harmless additives, they are silent assassins. When they are metabolized in your body, they form toxic compounds that can slowly but surely damage the delicate cells of your prostate. These substances disrupt the natural balance of your body, throwing everything into disarray, and what's most alarming is that their destructive effects are not immediate. These harmful additives accumulate in your system over time, building up unnoticed, quietly sabotaging your health, one meal at a time. If you've already begun to experience difficulty urinating, a frequent need to get up at night to visit the bathroom, or discomfort in the pelvic region, then it's possible that your prostate is already sending you distress signals. These signs shouldn't be ignored. They could be warning signs that you're unknowingly contributing to the very thing your prostate needs to avoid. Simple, everyday habits, like your choice of breakfast, may be affecting your prostate's health in ways you've never considered. And the frightening part is that these choices now could shape the quality of your life in the years ahead. If you truly care about your future health, now is the time to make a change. I can't stress enough that even modest adjustments to your diet can be transformative. So, what is it about these foods that makes them so dangerous to your prostate? The real danger lies in how they interact with your body. When we consume ultra-processed foods, especially those loaded with saturated fats like processed meats and industrialized dairy, the body reacts almost instantly, triggering a powerful inflammatory response. But the damage doesn't stop there. These substances go far deeper, disrupting the delicate hormonal balance within your system, generating an excess of free radicals that further damage healthy cells, and promoting the accumulation of harmful toxins. With every meal, these substances are slowly poisoning your body, targeting your most vulnerable organs, and the prostate is one of them. Over time, this barrage of harmful chemicals overwhelms your body's defenses, making it increasingly difficult for your prostate to function properly. As men age, the prostate becomes naturally more susceptible to inflammation. But this isn't just a passive process. The foods we consume, especially ultra-processed ones, accelerate this natural wear and tear, creating an environment where the prostate struggles to maintain its health. The real villain in this equation are the nitrates and nitrites found in many processed meats, such as sausages, bacon, salami, and deli meats. These preservatives, which are commonly used to give these products their signature flavor and extended shelf life, undergo a transformation in the body. Once ingested, they don't stay benign. They morph into powerful, cancer-causing compounds that directly damage the prostate. These toxic substances put immense pressure on your prostate, triggering a cascade of cellular changes that can dramatically increase the risk of more serious, even life-threatening, complications. But that's not all. The damage goes even deeper. These preservatives don't just harm the prostate, they also contribute to a whole host of broader health issues. They elevate the risk of oxidative stress, a condition where the body's cells become overwhelmed by free radicals, which can damage DNA and trigger chronic inflammation. This inflammation in turn creates a breeding ground for the growth of abnormal cells, including those in the prostate. As the years go on, this process accelerates, and what might seem like a minor health issue today could quickly escalate into a much more serious condition tomorrow. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. The problem with these foods is that the damage isn't visible. It's not something you can feel immediately after eating a piece of bacon or a sausage link. The effects are gradual, silent and insidious, working behind the scenes to wear away at your health. Each time you reach for that processed breakfast, you may be adding fuel to a fire that could burn out of control in the future. But here's the good news. You have the power to stop this cycle. It's never too late to take control of your health. Even the smallest, simplest changes, like swapping out processed meats for fresh, wholesome options, can have a profound impact on your prostate's health and on your overall well-being. So, ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth continuing to fuel your body with these toxic foods, knowing that every bite could be bringing you closer to an irreversible health crisis? Or would it be better to choose a path that leads to a healthier, more vibrant future? Your health, and the health of your prostate, is in your hands. Take action now, before these invisible enemies get the better of you. Every meal, every choice, counts. Don't wait for the warning signs to become more severe. Start making changes today, and take the first step toward a future free from the risks and dangers posed by processed foods. Another critical factor that contributes to prostate health, often overlooked in our daily diets, is the devastating impact of saturated and trans fats. These fats, commonly found in highly processed foods, have been linked to a multitude of health problems, including the alarming risk of prostate-related issues. Studies have shown that when we consume diets high in these harmful lipids, the body reacts by producing an excess amount of dihydrotestosterone, DHT, a hormone that plays a direct role in abnormal prostate growth. This increase in DHT isn't just a minor concern, it has far-reaching consequences. When DHT levels rise uncontrollably, it can lead to benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, a condition where the prostate enlarges to the point where it compresses the urethra. This compression causes the urinary tract to become obstructed, leading to an array of uncomfortable and inconvenient symptoms. Difficulty urinating, a weak or interrupted urine stream, frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, and persistent discomfort in the pelvic area. Over time, these symptoms can worsen and significantly affect your quality of life, turning something as simple as going to the bathroom into a daily struggle. The frustration, discomfort, and disruption to your routine can wear you down, making even the most mundane activities feel like challenges. But the consequences don't stop there. The effects of an unhealthy diet extend much further than just the prostate. A critical but often underappreciated factor in overall health is gut health, which directly impacts your body's ability to regulate inflammation. The gut is home to a vast ecosystem of bacteria known as the microbiome, and when it's in balance, it plays a crucial role in maintaining health throughout the body. However, the harmful substances found in ultra-processed foods, like chemical additives, preservatives, and unhealthy fats, have the ability to disrupt this delicate balance. When these foods enter your system, they can damage the gut flora, giving harmful bacteria a chance to proliferate. As a result, the harmful bacteria overpower the beneficial ones, causing an increase in systemic inflammation. This chronic, low-grade inflammation doesn't just affect your digestive system. It spreads throughout the body, including your prostate. When inflammation reaches the prostate, it becomes more vulnerable to irritation, swelling, and the worsening of pre-existing conditions like BPH. What's worse, this inflammation doesn't just appear suddenly. It accumulates over time, gradually wearing down the body's ability to protect itself from damage. The most frightening part of all of this is that the damage isn't immediate. The effects of these harmful foods and the imbalance in your gut microbiome don't show up right away. At first, the symptoms might be so subtle that they're easy to ignore. Maybe you feel a slight discomfort in your pelvic area, or perhaps you notice that you're visiting the bathroom more frequently at night than usual. These small signs are easy to brush off as a natural part of aging or just a temporary issue. However, as time goes on, these small discomforts will only become harder to ignore. The longer you continue to expose your body to these inflammatory agents, the more difficult it becomes to reverse the damage. What seemed like a minor inconvenience at first can escalate into a much larger and more painful problem. And by the time the symptoms become undeniable, when the discomfort becomes unbearable and your quality of life begins to suffer, the damage may already be too advanced to undo. This gradual, cumulative harm is what makes it so dangerous. The effects of consuming ultra-processed foods and an imbalanced gut microbiome are sneaky, often invisible in the short term. It's easy to think that a quick meal of processed meats, fast food, or packaged snacks won't have an immediate impact. But these small choices accumulate over time, causing invisible damage that builds up layer by layer until the repercussions can no longer be ignored. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to reverse the damage that's already been done. What once seemed like a harmless breakfast or snack is now contributing to chronic inflammation that could set the stage for more serious health problems in the future. But here's the encouraging part: it's not too late. Prostate inflammation and other related conditions can be controlled and even reversed with the right changes in your diet. By making simple yet powerful dietary adjustments, you can reduce the inflammatory agents in your body before the problem worsens. Replacing ultra-processed foods with whole, anti-inflammatory options like fresh fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats can make all the difference. Incorporating foods that support gut health, such as probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, and fermented vegetables, can help restore balance to your gut microbiome and combat systemic inflammation. These changes don't have to be drastic. Small shifts toward healthier eating habits can start to yield significant improvements. The sooner you make these changes, the easier it will be to protect your prostate, reduce inflammation, and ultimately improve your overall health. So, ask yourself, do you want to continue down this path of silent, cumulative damage, or do you want to take control of your health today? The choices you make in the kitchen today have the power to protect your prostate and safeguard your health for years to come. Don't wait for the symptoms to worsen. Take action now before the consequences become irreversible. Your prostate and your future self will thank you. Before we continue, I want to invite you to pause and truly reflect on the word longevity. By embracing this word, you are making a powerful statement about your commitment to your health. You are reminding yourself that your well-being matters, not just today, but for the long haul. And in doing so, you're motivating us to continue bringing you valuable content like this every day, so that together, we can work toward a future that is healthier, stronger, and more fulfilling. Many men don't realize there's an issue with their prostate until the symptoms have already progressed to a serious stage. Sadly, this delay happens because the early signs are often subtle, easily dismissed, or simply mistaken for normal, age-related changes. But here's the reality. Your body is constantly sending signals, clear warnings that something is wrong. It's just a matter of paying attention and understanding the significance of these messages before they become bigger problems. Recognizing these signs early is crucial, and doing so could very well make all the difference in preventing severe complications later. One of the earliest and most telling signs that your prostate may be in trouble is a change in urinary frequency. If you start noticing that you have to visit the bathroom more often than usual, especially during the night, that's a red flag you cannot afford to ignore. While it might seem like a minor inconvenience at first, there's often a deeper cause behind it. An inflamed or enlarged prostate can press on the urethra, narrowing the pathway through which urine passes. As a result, it becomes more difficult for urine to flow freely, and over time, the issue only gets worse. What might begin as an occasional need to wake up and use the bathroom during the night can escalate into a more frequent and exhausting pattern. The frustration of being awakened multiple times in the night can rob you of precious rest, leaving you feeling drained and irritable the next day. This increased frequency of bathroom visits doesn't just disrupt your sleep, it disrupts your entire life. Each night, you might find yourself grappling with fatigue and diminished energy. What was once a small, manageable issue can eventually spiral into a much bigger problem, robbing you of your peace of mind and quality of life. Alongside urinary frequency, another common, yet often overlooked, symptom is difficulty starting or stopping the flow of urine. It's not uncommon for men to experience the sensation of a full bladder, but then find themselves unable to urinate properly, whether that means the flow is weak, intermittent, or even comes to a complete halt. Imagine this scenario. You walk into the bathroom, feeling the urgent need to relieve yourself, only to be met with frustration as the urine stream starts and stops, never fully completing the task. It's not just inconvenient, it's alarming. This difficulty is caused by the urinary tract being compressed, often due to the enlargement of the prostate. When the prostate presses against the urethra, it restricts the flow of urine, making it harder to empty the bladder completely. This can lead to a sense of discomfort, fullness, and the nagging feeling that something isn't quite right. Over time, this difficulty can escalate into more serious issues. In severe cases, urinary retention can occur, a condition in which the bladder is unable to empty completely, resulting in painful pressure, the need for urgent medical intervention, and a real threat to overall kidney health. The feeling of having an overfull bladder, yet being unable to relieve it, can create a constant state of discomfort and anxiety, severely affecting your well-being. You might think these signs are just a natural part of aging, but the truth is, they're not. These symptoms are often the early warning signs of prostate problems that, if left unaddressed, can worsen over time. The body is incredibly smart, and when something goes wrong, it communicates with us. The trick is learning to recognize these communications and acting on them before they escalate into something more serious. Ignoring these signs doesn't make them go away. It only allows them to become more ingrained, more difficult to manage, and more harmful in the long run. By taking notice of these early symptoms, like changes in urinary frequency or difficulty urinating, you give yourself the opportunity to seek help before the problem becomes unmanageable. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. But here's the good news. Recognizing these early symptoms means you can take action. You don't have to wait until things get worse. The sooner you act, the more likely you are to manage your prostate health before it becomes a major issue. By choosing to prioritize your health now, by making changes in your diet, lifestyle, and even seeking medical guidance, you can dramatically reduce the risk of more severe prostate problems. The earlier you pay attention to these signs, the easier it is to keep your prostate healthy for years to come. You have the power to protect your future by listening to your body, acknowledging the warning signs, and making proactive decisions that will safeguard your health and longevity. So I encourage you to take a moment, right now, to acknowledge the importance of longevity in your life. It's more than just a word, it's a call to action. Recognizing the signs of prostate issues early gives you the chance to keep your health in check before the problems become bigger, harder to manage challenges. Don't wait. Start today, take control of your health, and secure a healthier tomorrow. Discomfort in the pelvic region should never be taken lightly, as it can serve as a glaring warning that the prostate is in distress, signaling that all is not well with this vital organ. A persistent, dull ache in the lower abdomen, a heavy, uncomfortable sensation deep within the pelvic area, or aching discomfort in the groin are not mere inconveniences. They are clear cries for attention from the body. These symptoms are like faint whispers that grow louder with time, urging one to listen before it becomes a deafening scream. These sensations may be subtle at first, but they can slowly intensify, creeping into your daily life and affecting your overall well-being. When these uncomfortable feelings become a regular part of your existence, it's time to pay heed to what the body is trying to communicate. In some cases, individuals may also experience intense pain after sexual intercourse. The prostate, which plays an indispensable role in the production of seminal fluid, can become inflamed, and the discomfort that follows can be excruciating. This pain can serve as a cruel reminder that an organ vital to one's health and vitality is under siege, causing emotional distress and physical suffering. Equally alarming are any changes in the appearance of urine or semen. Even the smallest, most inconspicuous trace of blood should be met with immediate concern and should never be brushed aside. Just a few drops of blood could be the body's way of crying out, signaling something far more severe brewing beneath the surface, such as inflammation, infection, or in more dire cases, abnormal cell growth within the prostate. The presence of blood is never a trivial matter. While many might dismiss it as a temporary or harmless issue, this is a dangerous game to play. Failing to address the underlying cause could allow the problem to develop in the shadows, unnoticed and unchecked, silently progressing towards something far worse. Over time, what could have been a manageable condition might evolve into a major health crisis, leading to irreversible damage and a diminished quality of life. When it comes to prostate health, the key lies in early intervention. The moment something feels off or different, no matter how slight or seemingly insignificant, the best course of action is to act swiftly. Ignoring those early signs is a gamble with your health that could lead to painful consequences down the road. The optimal approach is to adopt proactive habits that can ease the strain on the prostate and halt the progression of any potential issues before they spiral out of control. As you take steps to safeguard your prostate, it's vital to be aware of the choices you make in your diet and lifestyle. Many men unknowingly undermine their own health by making what they believe to be the right food choices, only to later realize that they have been sabotaging their prostate health all along. This confusion stems from misleading marketing that promotes certain foods as healthy, when in fact, they are laden with harmful substances that can exacerbate inflammation and disrupt the delicate balance of prostate function. What's worse is that these seemingly harmless foods are often packaged as essential to one's well-being, leading people to consume them in large quantities, unaware of the damage they are doing to their bodies. Now, let's take a deeper dive into some of the most persistent and misleading myths that surround prostate health. One of the most widespread misconceptions is the belief that all dairy products, particularly milk, are unequivocally beneficial for men's health. While milk does provide essential nutrients like calcium and protein, both of which are important for overall health, the reality is that excessive consumption of dairy can have unintended, negative effects on the prostate. When consumed in large quantities, especially whole milk and ultra-processed dairy products, these foods can stimulate the production of certain hormones that are linked to abnormal prostate growth. This hormone stimulation can worsen inflammation, making an already fragile prostate more vulnerable to further damage. This is a prime example of how even well-meaning dietary choices can backfire and contribute to the very problems we are trying to avoid. In fact, many of the foods that we are taught to trust and consume regularly, often under the guise of being healthy, can secretly undermine our health, particularly when it comes to delicate organs like the prostate. The illusion of healthiness is a powerful force, one that can make us complacent and allow us to unknowingly fall into the trap of consuming foods that, in the long run, may be doing more harm than good. It's not just about avoiding pain or discomfort in the moment. It's about preserving your health for the future, ensuring that your body remains strong and capable of thriving for years to come. By recognizing the importance of the early warning signs your body sends, by embracing a lifestyle of awareness and proactive care, you can take control of your prostate health and dramatically reduce the risk of more serious complications down the line. Choosing the right foods, adopting healthier habits, and avoiding the common pitfalls that lead to prostate strain will empower you to protect this vital organ. Ultimately, taking action early is the most powerful tool you have to safeguard your well-being, preserve your vitality, and ensure that you continue to live a full, active, and healthy life. The truth is, caring for your prostate is not a mere act of self-preservation. It's an act of self-love, a way to honor your body and the life you want to live. Don't wait for the warning signs to become a crisis. Act today and embrace the changes that will protect your prostate and, by extension, your entire health for the future. Studies have consistently shown that diets high in industrialized dairy products are linked to an increased risk of developing benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and prostate inflammation, two conditions that can wreak havoc on prostate health. Despite the widespread belief that dairy is an essential part of a healthy diet, particularly for its calcium and protein content, the truth is more complex and potentially harmful when it comes to prostate well-being. The unfortunate reality is that many men unknowingly put themselves at greater risk for prostate-related issues simply by consuming industrialized dairy products, which are often loaded with hormones, fats, and other inflammatory components that disrupt the delicate balance of prostate function. It's not just the occasional serving of cheese or milk. It's the daily exposure to these substances that can add up over time and contribute to the gradual development of prostate problems. This belief in the benefits of dairy is just one of many dietary misconceptions. Another common but misguided habit many people follow is replacing sodas with boxed fruit juices, mistakenly thinking they are making a healthier choice. This may seem like a positive change on the surface, but it's a trap that's easy to fall into, especially when these juices are marketed as nutritious alternatives. Most commercially available juices, unfortunately, are not as wholesome as they appear. In fact, they're often packed with large amounts of refined sugars, artificial coloring, and preservatives that can all contribute to chronic inflammation in the body. What many fail to realize is that the excessive sugar content in these juices, while perhaps not as immediately obvious as soda, can still wreak havoc on the body's metabolic processes. The body processes these sugars in much the same way, contributing to insulin resistance, weight gain, and the buildup of inflammation, all of which are factors that can place undue stress on the prostate and other vital organs. The consequences of consistently consuming these sugary drinks may not be apparent in the short term, but over time, the accumulated effects can lead to a cascade of health problems. The inflammation caused by these ingredients doesn't just target the prostate. It can spread throughout the body, leading to increased oxidative stress, the accumulation of toxins, and a heightened risk of chronic diseases, including prostate cancer. The frightening part is that these metabolic disruptions and inflammatory processes can occur subtly, without any overt symptoms at first, making them even more dangerous. What began as a seemingly innocent choice to replace soda with juice could gradually contribute to the development of prostate issues that may not manifest until the condition has reached an advanced stage. It's crucial to recognize that these habits, when repeated over time, may quietly pave the way for a host of health problems, including those that affect the prostate. The confusion surrounding healthy choices extends beyond drinks and into the realm of processed breakfast cereals, which are often touted as a nutritious and convenient start to the day. These cereals, often marketed as high in fiber and fortified with essential vitamins and minerals, give the false impression of being a wholesome, well-balanced meal. But if you take a closer look at the ingredient list on most boxes, you'll find that many cereals are filled with refined sugars, artificial additives, and preservatives that are far from healthy. While the high fiber and vitamin claims sound appealing, they often mask the reality of the product's true nutritional value. These cereals may deliver a quick burst of energy, but they also create an environment in the body that can promote insulin resistance, elevate blood sugar levels, and drive chronic inflammation. All factors that can set the stage for prostate problems, including BPH and even prostate cancer. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. This is not an isolated issue. The insulin spikes triggered by these sugary cereals, coupled with their inflammatory effects, create a dangerous cycle in the body. Elevated insulin levels can promote fat storage, especially around the abdomen, which has been linked to an increased risk of developing prostate issues. Meanwhile, the persistent inflammation caused by these processed ingredients can weaken the body's defenses, making it more vulnerable to infections, imbalances, and disease. When combined with other dietary factors like excessive dairy or sugary juices, this creates a perfect storm of conditions that can lead to serious health problems down the road. The problem with relying on processed cereals for breakfast is that it often seems like a harmless habit, an easy choice when pressed for time. But in reality, it is a dietary trap that can significantly undermine your health. Ultimately, the lesson here is clear. Not everything that appears to be healthy truly is. So many of the products marketed as nutritious or beneficial for our health are actually packed with hidden ingredients that can contribute to chronic diseases. The modern food industry has made it increasingly difficult to distinguish between what is truly nourishing and what is merely disguised as such. The food labels we rely on to guide our choices can be misleading, making it essential to develop a more discerning eye when it comes to what we put into our bodies. This is especially true when it comes to protecting the prostate, a vital organ that requires special care and attention to maintain its health. One of the most important steps you can take to protect your prostate is to become an informed consumer, one who reads food labels carefully and understands exactly what goes into the body. By making this small but powerful change, you can begin to make healthier choices and avoid foods that may silently damage your prostate. A diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods such as fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains is far more supportive of prostate health than relying on dairy products, sugary juices, or processed cereals. These whole foods provide the nutrients your body needs without the added sugars, artificial additives, and inflammatory substances that are so prevalent in many of today's convenience foods. In particular, paying attention to the foods you consume at breakfast is a critical step in maintaining prostate health. Breakfast is not only the most important meal of the day, but it's also the time when your body needs to fuel up with wholesome, nutrient-dense foods that provide lasting energy without triggering inflammation. Opting for a nutritious breakfast can be a game-changer in your long-term health, giving your body the support it needs to fend off potential prostate issues. Whether it's a smoothie made with fresh fruits and greens, a bowl of oatmeal topped with nuts and berries, or a vegetable-packed omelet, the choices you make each morning can significantly influence your prostate health for years to come. In conclusion, protecting your prostate is a multifaceted effort that requires an understanding of how various foods and lifestyle choices can either support or undermine its function. It's essential to be aware of the hidden dangers lurking in seemingly healthy products and to choose nourishing, whole foods that will truly benefit your body. By making conscious, informed decisions about what you eat, especially at breakfast, you can reduce your risk of developing prostate issues and improve your overall health. The small intentional choices you make every day have a powerful impact, and by prioritizing your prostate health, you can enjoy a vibrant, active life for years to come. While some foods can promote inflammation and disrupt hormonal balance, there are others that possess remarkable properties that can reduce these risks, safeguard prostate cells, and improve overall bodily function. The key lies in choosing natural, nutrient-rich foods that specifically support male health. By focusing on the right foods, you can not only support prostate health, but also enhance your body's overall vitality. One of the best ways to start your day is by incorporating seeds and nuts such as chia, flax, and almonds into your first meal. These foods are powerhouse sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are well known for their anti-inflammatory effects. Omega-3s help to reduce chronic inflammation, a key factor in the development of prostate issues, and they also play a crucial role in balancing hormone levels. By doing so, they can help prevent abnormal prostate growth and promote long-term prostate health. In addition to their omega-3 content, these seeds and nuts are also rich in zinc, an essential mineral that plays a pivotal role in maintaining prostate function. Zinc is particularly important for men, as it has been shown to support healthy prostate cells and aid in the prevention of prostate-related issues. Regular consumption of these nutrient-dense seeds and nuts can provide your body with the necessary building blocks to protect prostate health and keep inflammation at bay. Another powerful ally in the fight against prostate issues is the tomato, especially when consumed alongside a healthy fat source like olive oil. Tomatoes are an excellent source of lycopene, a potent antioxidant that has been extensively studied for its potential to reduce the risk of prostate diseases, including prostate cancer. Lycopene works by neutralizing harmful free radicals in the body, thus reducing oxidative stress and inflammation that can contribute to the development of prostate problems. Studies have shown that consuming tomatoes cooked, rather than raw, enhances the absorption of lycopene, making it even more beneficial. The combination of tomatoes and olive oil not only boosts lycopene absorption, but also provides healthy fats that support cellular function, making this a powerful addition to any meal. Berries, including strawberries, blackberries, and blueberries, are also exceptional choices to include in your diet. Rich in polyphenol and flavonoids, two powerful compounds that help combat oxidative stress, these berries provide strong protection against the inflammatory processes that can affect the prostate. These fruits are low on the glycemic index, meaning they don't cause rapid blood sugar spikes, which could otherwise contribute to metabolic imbalance. By maintaining balanced blood sugar levels, berries help to prevent harmful metabolic deregulation that can have a negative impact on prostate health. If you're looking for a beverage that can replace sugary drinks or preservative-laden beverages, green tea is a wonderful alternative. Rich in catechins, green tea boasts impressive anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that help protect prostate cells from damage. Regular consumption of green tea has been linked to a reduction in inflammatory processes throughout the body, which can significantly benefit prostate health. It's also a great way to hydrate your body in the morning while simultaneously providing your cells with the nutrients they need to stay healthy and protected. Your choice of breakfast plays an essential role in determining the trajectory of your long-term health, especially when it comes to prostate health. Research has shown that specific eating habits, particularly those associated with breakfast, can directly impact the risk of developing prostate cancer. In recent years, studies have brought to light alarming connections between diet and prostate disease, particularly regarding the consumption of ultra-processed foods. These foods, which are typically rich in saturated fats, refined sugars, and chemical additives, have been strongly associated with chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, two factors that are thought to significantly increase the risk of prostate tumors over time. Diets that are high in refined sugars and simple carbohydrates, such as those found in white bread, processed cereals, and sweetened juices, can also have a devastating impact on prostate health. These foods have been shown to deregulate insulin levels and create a metabolic environment that is ripe for the uncontrolled growth of cells. When insulin levels are constantly elevated due to the consumption of sugar-laden foods, the body's natural balance is thrown off, and inflammation becomes more persistent. This creates the ideal environment for the development of prostate problems, including benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and, in some cases, even prostate cancer. The consequences of regularly consuming ultra-processed foods can be severe, as they contribute not only to prostate disease but also to a range of other health issues, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and obesity. These conditions all share a common root cause: chronic inflammation. It's clear that what we eat, particularly at breakfast, has a direct impact on our health, and choosing the wrong foods can set the stage for years of struggle with preventable diseases. The good news, however, is that by making the right dietary choices, we can significantly reduce our risk of prostate issues and other chronic health conditions. In order to protect your prostate, it's essential to prioritize foods that have been shown to reduce inflammation, support hormone balance, and provide the necessary nutrients for prostate health. By choosing nutrient-dense foods such as omega-3 rich seeds and nuts, lycopene-packed tomatoes, antioxidant-rich berries, and anti-inflammatory green tea, you can create a diet that works to protect and nourish your prostate. Avoiding processed, sugary foods that are known to cause metabolic disruptions and inflammation is just as important. Small changes in your daily eating habits, especially at breakfast, can have a profound and lasting impact on your prostate health, reducing your risk of developing serious conditions in the future. Ultimately, it's not just about what you eat, but how you eat. The choices you make today can significantly shape your long-term health and well-being. By fueling your body with the right nutrients, you can take control of your prostate health and create a foundation for a vibrant, healthy life. Protecting your prostate starts with the foods you put on your plate. So choose wisely, nourish your body, and give yourself the best possible chance at a long, healthy life free from prostate issues. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. This happens because excessive blood glucose levels can trigger inflammatory processes in the body, promoting the production of growth factors that encourage abnormal cell multiplication in the prostate. The constant cycle of inflammation and accelerated cell growth creates an environment where the risk of prostate diseases, including prostate cancer, can increase significantly. Another major concern is the impact of trans fats and saturated fats, which are commonly found in processed meats, cheeses, and fried foods. Research has shown that these unhealthy fats can interfere with the body's natural hormone production, specifically male hormones, and even stimulate cellular mutations that pave the way for prostate cancer. These fats, often hidden in everyday foods, subtly disrupt the body's hormonal balance and contribute to the development of abnormal cells within the prostate. In addition to the harmful effects of these fats, excessive consumption of processed meats, especially during breakfast, can further compound the problem. Processed meats such as bacon, sausages, and deli meats are high in nitrates and nitrites. When consumed in large quantities, these substances can form nitrosamines, which are potentially carcinogenic compounds. Nitrosamines have been linked to the development of prostate cancer, as they can cause direct damage to prostate cells, increasing the likelihood of mutations and abnormal growth. It's alarming that many people unknowingly expose themselves to these risks by regularly consuming processed meats, especially at the most important meal of the day, breakfast. But here's the good news. While diet can increase the risk of prostate issues, it also holds the power to reduce those risks significantly. By making mindful changes to your eating habits, you can support your prostate health and lower the chances of developing serious conditions. The key is to incorporate foods that are rich in antioxidants, fiber, and healthy fats, all of which act as a natural protective shield for the prostate. These foods help reduce inflammation, balance cellular metabolism, and promote healthy cellular growth, preventing the onset of more severe health issues in the future. Antioxidant-rich foods like tomatoes, berries, and leafy greens combat oxidative stress, which is a significant contributor to inflammation and cellular damage. By neutralizing harmful free radicals in the body, antioxidants help protect prostate cells from the damage that could lead to cancer. Foods high in fiber, such as whole grains, vegetables, and legumes, have been shown to reduce systemic inflammation and support healthy hormonal balance. Healthy fats, such as those found in olive oil, avocados, and fatty fish, help regulate cholesterol levels, reduce inflammation, and provide essential nutrients to the prostate, keeping it in optimal condition. Now that you're aware of how your food choices directly impact your prostate health, the question you must ask yourself is, what will you do with this newfound knowledge? Will you ignore it and continue down the same path, hoping that nothing harmful happens? Or will you take proactive steps today to protect your prostate and safeguard your long-term health? The power to protect yourself is within your reach, and the decisions you make today can significantly impact your well-being tomorrow. Change doesn't have to be drastic. It's the small adjustments in your daily habits that can create lasting, positive effects. Begin by removing those inflammatory foods from your diet and replacing them with whole, nutrient-rich options that support prostate health. Educate yourself about food labels, avoid ultra-processed products, and make it a priority to nourish your body with foods that promote optimal health. By making these conscious choices, you can take control of your health, reduce your risks, and build a foundation for a healthier, longer life free from prostate issues. The time to act is now. Your prostate and your future health depend on it. So, what have we learned today? The choices you make in your diet, especially when it comes to ultra-processed foods, unhealthy fats, and preservatives, can have a serious impact on your prostate health and overall well-being. It's easy to overlook the dangers hiding in our everyday meals, but now you know how important it is to make mindful choices before these silent threats take a toll on your body. I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you plan to bring into your daily life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know how you're taking control of your health starting today. And if you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, hit that like button, share with someone who needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable content just like this. Thank you for watching, and remember, your health is in your hands. Take action now for a healthier tomorrow.